Welcome back to Compelled Cooperation. Ben here, playing Chex Quest 1. I'm not going to use the last device yet. There's one guy, and as soon as I punch, I will wake up those other guys. That's not the gun I wanted. I wanted something fast. There we go. Alright, I'm going to go ahead, and even though it's not essential, I am going to grab the Bootspork. There's a couple different places you can get it. This is the earliest one. Yes! This is like the best. Both in terms of the fact that it's hilarious and it's very effective too. Look at that. It just plows through these melee guys. Oh, thank you for opening the secret for me. So this will open up the map, or I will get a fully complete map, which I have yet to have opened ever because I remember these levels so well. But now I have the explored map visible to me. I'll be relying on the map a lot more when I end up playing Chex Quest 2 and 3, just because I haven't played those that much and I don't know what's going on. These ones, though, are lots of happy childhood memories. So, I enjoy them too. So I was talking last episode about the different versions, or the way that Doom handles different things, and obviously Chex Quest handles those same things the same way. About the use of vertical space, interestingly. So I'm using mouse look, which obviously mice weren't even something that most people necessarily owned in 1996. A lot of people did, but there was enough of a segment of the population that didn't. Oh, that was useful. There's enough of the segment of the population that didn't own mice that you couldn't expect people to use to play your game with mice. So there are full controls for keyboard, and like a lot of things of that era, you know, the keys for looking left and looking right, and it's not by default expecting you to be using those to strafe. Well, I'm not sure if Doom itself was like that, because I know Doom strafing is super important because, you know, you're moving around fast, you're getting monsters to fight each other and stuff. Which are all things, obviously, that carry over to Chex Quest. The monster infighting and everything else, although it's a lot harder in Chex Quest because, again, there are less projectile enemies. But that's always one thing that set Doom apart, was the fact that you could, and in some cases were expected to, have enemies fight each other to get rid of each other, and not, like, use up all of your ammo and stuff like that. Yeah, you take that. Those guys always used to bother me. So here's the shotgun. Which, it's funny, when I was younger I didn't really understand different weapons and the difference between them. So I never used the shotgun or the rocket launcher, because the rocket launcher I didn't know why it hurt me. And this one I was like, why does it fire so slow? It's useless. Mind you, I was quite young, so I didn't really understand much of what was going on. Like, I obviously had never played Doom, so while I can say now that, this Zorch gun that doesn't look like a shotgun is obviously a shotgun, and has all the attributes of the Doom shotgun, I wouldn't be able to say that back then. I did eventually play through the first two Dooms when I was in high school, because, like pretty much everyone that's ever been in school, or in any environment where they control computer access and stuff, you obviously couldn't install anything on your accounts, but the exception was you could run things that were installed, which means that if you plugged in a flash drive with an executable on it that, say, had Doom or Doom 2 on it, you could run Doom or Doom 2. Or in the case of some of my friends, Quake 3, they had a stripped down version that fit on a flash drive. Now, I didn't have a flash drive that was big enough for that. This was back in the days where like a 1 or 2 gig flash drive was huge. I only had a 256 meg flash drive, but Doom 2 with not Z-Doom, but there's like one of the Doom clients that offered mouse look and some of this other modern stuff that I've come to appreciate. One of those plus Doom had, I think, 24 megabytes taken up, so I played a ton of that just because it was a great way of killing time. Eventually I upgraded flash drives and joined everyone else playing Quake 3, both of which were old games by the standards of the time, but it didn't really matter because it beat sitting around like doing nothing or trying desperately to find unblocked flash games on the internet, stuff like that. I don't think I ever brought in Chex Quest because I didn't have a handy executable for that, because my Chex Quest was actually the CD-ROM Chex Quest from years ago with the 50 free hours of AOL that no one ever used. But I did share Doom with plenty of people and we played lots of Quake. Here's another map. See, a computer area map, which is useless because I already have it. But the development of Chex Quest 3 I always found very interesting because like there really wasn't anything like it at the time, and there really wasn't all that much like it since. Like there were some things where they distributed Amazon Trail and stuff and other things, but those were all like pre-existing titles. They never tried to make a game that was based on the serial or product they were releasing. Whoever's idea this was absolutely fantastic, and it was really wonderful. And this is the end of the level, and I have, I think, gotten all the secrets. I'm actually, right now, I'm going to switch away from this heads-up display and show you the new heads-up display, which is useful. This display option, screen size. There you go. So yeah, this heads-up display is for the modern gamer, and it shows you the amount of ammo out of everything, for everything, and all the keys, and all the secrets. Down in the corner, you can see 4 out of 4, all the killed guys, like you can see 75 out of 75. Chex Quest 3 is freeware, and all of it was freeware, but Chex Quest 3 is available on, I think it's Charles Jacoby's site. They're pretty simple games, but they're awesomely fun, and I'll see you in the next episode.